What's up, good people? Welcome back to another episode of Undrafted Views. We're here. We talk sports from the sidelines. And today we're going to talk about the 2021 NBA Finals. Let's get into it.
Currently, the Milwaukee Bucks are up on the Phoenix Suns 3-2, and I just can't believe it.
It's a shock to me, too. It's a shock and borderline disappointment. I'm going to need more from the Suns. I'm going to need y'all to pull it off. I got you going in. I got you winning in 7. Let's get it.
Yeah, me too. So let's talk about some of the reasons why the Phoenix Suns could potentially pull off, this win, this championship. I mean, they have to win the championship. They have to. They were up 2-0 originally. Allowed the Milwaukee Bucks to come and win 3 games straight, including one in Phoenix. Yeah, how can Phoenix pull this off?
That's rough. I think one of the things they need to consider is how to stop Chris Middleton. Chris Middleton is really, for me, the Bucks X factor, and the way he comes through in the clutch. If there is a creative way, if Jay Crowder can figure out a way to really tighten up on defense against him, if that's what Monty Williams want to do, but there has to be a way that they slow him down. And if they can figure out a way to slow him down, which reduce the number of points that Chris Middleton can put up, then the Suns can potentially have a better chance at winning the next game, which will be game 6. So.
Yeah. Speaking of Jay Crowder, now we always sing his praises and say that Miami Heat are punching the air right now, but Jay Crowder played 40 minutes in game 5 and only gave us 10 points. You got to have more than that. I know he's more so a defensive player, but you can't be out there 40 minutes and give me that. That's just not enough productivity.
And then if you're going to do that, then I'm going to need to see if that is what Jay Crowder is there to do and be a defensive genius on the floor. What I'm going to need for him is that somebody else's points need to suffer on the opposing team.
Yeah.
That's all I'm saying. So if you can put up your 10 points and your effort is going to be based all on defense, then that means I need to see less points from other players, i.e. Chris Middleton on the Bucks, i.e. Giannis, i.e. Jrue Holiday. Somebody has to suffer from your defensive presence on the floor. And if that's not the case and they're still winning the game and still putting up their, point averages, and you got 10 points, then something is amiss, right?
Right.
So that's what I'm saying. So if you're going to do that, then I need to see the results of your efforts on the other end where somebody is lacking in points and you're getting steals and stops and blocks and more of those things.
Yeah.
Which will help benefit the Suns overall if your point production can't be that high. So
yes, good point. Because really, I think the Phoenix Suns haven't had a collective scoring game from their big 3, right? CP3, Devin, and Ayton since game 1 of this series.
Yeah.
And you can't have that. You can't have that at all.
You can't have that at all. And I think that if that is the case, then I'm going to always need Mikal Bridges, if he's going to be starting, to be consistent. Mm-hmm. There is no way that you can put up less than double digit in points in games 3 and 4.
Right.
Are you on the floor?
Yes.
What is going on? So I'm saying that if Mikal Bridges can step it up and help with the point production, balance it out a little bit more, as you mentioned, then the Suns have a better chance of winning game 6.
Mm-hmm. Let's talk about Devin Booker. Now, he scored 40 plus points in the last 2 games, and they still lost. That's what I'm saying. They have to balance it out. Is Devin doing too much, though?
He possibly could be, but he has to. He has to, because he's taking up the slack from what Mikal Bridges is not bringing on the floor. Devin Booker is averaging 30 points this series. What more do we need from him? Nothing. We need for him to be able to rest a bit, just a little bit on the floor, where we have Mikal Bridges stepping it up. Now, if we're talking about making adjustments, and for some reason Mikal Bridges, this is just not his time right now, because if he can't do a repeat of game 2 where he put up 27 points, then I'm gonna need for him to sit down just a bit, right? Why don't Monty Williams just swap out and put Cam Johnson in the starting lineup? Try that. I don't know. Give him a couple of minutes. If it don't look right, then put Mikal Bridges back in. What I am saying is that there needs to be I don't know, just try something different. Is that starting lineup a solid starting lineup?
Yeah. And currently both teams are only going 8 deep. So starting 5 and you only pulling 3. You only trust 3 players on your bench to come in and give you some, point production or defensive capabilities.
Yeah, and I think it's too late to go any deeper. It's too late in the series, especially now to pull someone and go, another 3 deep. You can't do that because they haven't played all series.
Right.
So it doesn't work that way. So you got to figure out a way to kind of better manage the 8 that you're using on both sides, but particularly for the Suns, because if we believe that they can pull it off, because I think they can still do it, they got to make some big adjustments, and it has to be bold. And so what I'm saying is that if Mikal Bridges, for some reason, may not be where he wants to be, for this Suns team in Game 6, perhaps put in Cam Johnson. What does that look like? I mean, at this point, right?
Since we're speaking of Camerons, I think Monty Williams need to swap out Chris Paul for Cam Payne in the starting lineup. And to be honest with you, I don't care how it makes CP3 feel. I don't care. His ego is going to have to suffer right here. We're talking about people suffering. CP3's ego is going to have to suffer because he slows down the game, and I need pace, and Cam Payne gives you that.
Yeah. It ain't going to happen. That ain't happening.
It may not. It may not happen, but it's like you said, it has to be a bold move. I need Monty to do a Ty Lue, and make some adjustments because Coach Bud has already figured out the rotation. He's figured out how to play. He's figured it out already, and it's very clear because the Bucks have won 3 games in a row. So I need Monty to switch things up.
Yeah, he has to come with something new in Game 6 because other than that, the Suns will be going home. It's going to be a end of series sweep.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't want that for the Suns because I still have Suns winning in 7. So I'm going to need for the Suns to win Game 6 so we can go to a Game 7 and they can get their championship then. But it's something else that, I noticed in the past few games. DeAndre Ayton. I miss him sometimes in the paint. Like, is he even there? I don't, again, I'm not saying all plays. I'm not saying, the whole game, but I think there is something to be said about DeAndre Ayton. Yes, he's getting his rebounds. Yes, he's putting up some points. It's just something, I don't know, something is missing for me, which I was able to see when he was playing with played in the series with the Clippers.
Yep.
When he played in the series with, I want to say it was the Denver Nuggets. But something about this particular series against the Bucks, it seems like he's missing in the paint for me. I need more presence from him in the paint. Yes, he's getting his rebounds. Yes, he's doing that. But whatever it is, it's not enough.
Yes.
It's not enough.
They need to feed him the ball because he can't bring it up himself and go and get his shot. Chris Paul, Devin, all those guys, they have to feed him to get him going and then get theirs after,
Okay, so then that's what's missing. Feed. Let DeAndre Ayton eat.
Right. Yeah. Now, the Phoenix Suns, I think they absolutely have to win this series because if they don't, the narrative around CP3's legacy and how he just can't get over the hump, barely made it to the Western Conference Finals year after year, this will be terrible for his legacy.
You know what's sad about that is that if the Bucks do win the NBA Finals, the whole narrative will not be about them. It's going to be about CP3. So their win, the Bucks win, will be overshadowed by all things Suns and Chris Paul.
Oh, wow.
And that's horrible. That is horrible. So that's why it is imperative that the Suns win so the narrative can be shaped in their favor and you don't have the winning team lose out on their celebration, national news celebration, because I don't want it to be overshadowed by Chris Paul because it's going to be something that's going to be talked about.
That's too bad. Now the Bucks, I'm a fan of basketball. They're playing great basketball right now. I can't deny it. I am not trying to. It's just that I am riding with the Phoenix Suns because I want that group of guys to win more than the group on the Milwaukee Bucks. That's just what it is.
That's just what it is. However, there is a compelling argument that the Bucks look really good.
They do.
And part of me, again, I claimed that I wanted Suns to win in 7. And I'm going to hold firm to that. However, there is a small percentage of me that really want Chris Middleton to get that. Oh my, you know what? The way Chris Middleton's ability to get his shot at any part of the court, like he can.
Yeah.
His versatility is really fun to watch. Yeah. So there's a smidgen of me that want the Bucks to win in favor of Chris Middleton getting the MVP award.
Oh.
No, I know if they did, when they'll give it to Giannis, but that Chris Middleton is really amazing. So I like his play. So
yeah. It's a serious argument that he could be the Finals MVP. I mean,
you're not gonna give it to him, though. It's going to be Giannis. Yeah. If they were to win, it'd be Giannis.
When was Chris Middleton drafted?
2012. 2012, round 2, and I want to say pick 39.
Oh, God.
Something like that.
Barely made it.
You know what? This just goes to show you that round 2 picks, they be hustling. You hear me? The need for them to maintain their NBA professional career is much greater than those who get drafted 1 through 10.
Oh, yeah.
They don't have guarantees. I mean, they're one training day away from being waived. So
yes.
No, I'm serious, because Middleton is doing it for me. I'm really, really happy about it. I really like to watch him play. And I was so surprised when he missed that free throw in his last free throw. He missed one of them.
He never misses.
I know. He never missed. So that was kind of odd, but he's tired. I'm quite sure his arms are exhausted, but everybody's tired. So at this point, when you can still play over 40 minutes.
Yeah. Now, speaking of players who played over 40 in Game 5, Giannis played 40, Middleton 44. And just those two. Now, Jrue Holiday played 41, but they had a collective balanced scoring game from all three, their big three. And then for the Phoenix Suns, they got a lot of nerve. They played Chris Paul 35 minutes. If he's going to be out there in the facilitator and the leader of the band, he might have to get up to 40. But the problem is Father Time.
It's undefeated. Can we just be honest about it? Which means that I'm going to need him to put in campaign.
Yes.
To help supplement. So maybe you reduce the minutes even more so from Chris Paul. Give campaign more minutes, because again, I do believe that players need more minutes on the floor in order for them to get their flow.
Yes.
I do understand that. So perhaps you cut down Chris Paul to 20 and then give the other 20 to campaign.
Cam only played 14 minutes and gave us 6 points. He can do better than that. I'm firm on that. I know he can.
He proved it in the series against the Clippers. Get that man his time.
Yes.
Right. But then this is really about veteran leadership, legacy creation. That's why they can't make that bold adjustment.
Monty better do something.
If he did that, if Monty did something like that, if Monty made a bold adjustment, then that lets me know that he's really bold adjustments get things done. And they're sometimes unfavorable to some people, but in the end they work out, right? So if the ultimate goal is for the Suns to win the NBA Finals championship in 2021, a bold adjustment needs to be made.
Yep.
If we're talking about the overall win for everyone, or we're talking about sole legacy winning for one person, then that's the gap right there.
Right. I thought it was interesting that LeBron James was courtside and they interviewed him, and he talked about how he supports CP3, how CP3 came to his first finals game, and that they're going to ride or die together. This gives me the feeling that LeBron felt like Game 5 was a must win for the Phoenix Suns and CP3's legacy as well. But, just didn't work out.
And let's just be honest. He was there to promote Space Jam 2. Stop. And I believe all that he said was true, but I wish he would have just gone ahead and added. And I'm here to promote my new movie.
Yeah,
it's okay. You can do both. We can be multifaceted. We can do two things at one time.
That's what it was.
That's what it was, and I'm okay with that. Yes, if I had a movie coming out, I'll be promoting it too, even though I'm just sitting in the stands. You can support your boy, and you can also promote your movie. You can do both. Let's just be honest about what it is.
Yeah,
you could have actually been sitting in Milwaukee on Game 4 too. How about that?
That's what I'm saying. Whatever. All right, you guys, we're going to wrap up this episode. Make sure you drop down in the comments and let us know what the Phoenix Suns need to do to win. But you know what? Hey, maybe you're a Milwaukee Bucks fan, and that's okay too. Let's talk about how they can pull off a championship run since when? What?
50 years.
50 years. I mean, that's impressive.
It is impressive.
Either way, it's going to be historical. So we are here for it for sure. All right, you guys, thank you all for tuning in. We will see you guys on the next one. But until then,
peace.
Peace, y'all.